Marco stood at the edge of the cliff, staring down at the dark water below. His hands trembled. This was it, the end of everything. No more debts, no more shame, no more running from the loan sharks who had destroyed his father's business and threatened his family. Just one step. But as he closed his eyes and lifted his foot, a voice cut through the wind. "Don't." Marco spun around. A man stood behind him, tall, wearing a simple brown coat with kind eyes that seemed to see right through him. The stranger's face was calm, but there was something powerful about his presence. Who are you?" Marco stammered, stepping back from the edge. "Someone who knows what you're feeling," the man said quietly. "But I also know that this isn't your answer." Marco's eyes filled with tears. "You don't understand. I've lost everything. My father's dead because of the stress. My mother is sick. I owe money I can never repay. There's no way out." The stranger walked closer and sat down on a nearby rock, as if they had all the time in the world. "Tell me something, Marco. If you had one more chance, just one, what would you do differently?" "It doesn't matter," Marco said bitterly. "There are no more chances." The stranger smiled softly. "What if I told you there was? What if I could give you exactly what you need? Not money, not magic, but something far more valuable." Marco looked at him suspiciously. "Who are you really?" "My name is Emmanuel," the man said, "and I've been where you are, lost, broken, ready to give up. But someone gave me a second chance, and now I do the same for others." Marco sat down slowly, exhausted. "What could you possibly give me that would change anything?" Emmanuel reached into his coat and pulled out a small leather notebook. "This belonged to someone I once helped. A businessman who lost everything, just like you. Inside are 3 lessons he learned. He told me to pass this on to someone who needed it. Today, that person is you." Marco took the notebook with shaking hands. The pages were worn and filled with handwriting. Emmanuel pointed to the first page. "Lesson 1. Your past does not define your future. What happened to your father, the debts, the mistakes, they are behind you. They only have power if you keep carrying them." Marco's throat tightened. "But how do I let go?" "By forgiving yourself," Emmanuel said gently. "And by forgiving those who hurt you. Bitterness is a prison you build for yourself." He turned to the second page. Lesson 2. Every giant problem has small steps as its solution. You think your debt is a mountain, but mountains are climbed one step at a time. Tomorrow morning, go to the community center in town. Ask for Mrs. Chen. She helps people rebuild. Start there." Marco wiped his eyes. "And the third lesson?" Emmanuel's voice became softer. "Lesson 3. You are never alone. Even in your darkest moment, there is someone watching over you, guiding you, sending help when you need it most." Marco looked up at him. "You mean God?" Emmanuel nodded. "Some call him that. Others call him the Father, the healer, the one who saves. But yes, he sent me here tonight, Marco. Not by coincidence, because your story isn't over yet." Something broke open inside Marco's chest, a dam of grief and fear that had been building for months. He sobbed, and Emmanuel simply sat with him, quiet and steady. After a long time, Marco finally spoke. "Why would God care about someone like me?" "Because," Emmanuel said, standing and placing a hand on Marco's shoulder, "He doesn't measure your worth by your mistakes. He measures it by the fact that you're his creation, and he has a purpose for you, even now." Marco looked at the notebook, then back at the stranger. "What if I fail again?" "Then you get up again," Emmanuel said with a smile. "That's what courage is, not never falling but always rising." As the first light of dawn began to touch the horizon, Emmanuel turned to leave. Marco called after him, "Wait, will I see you again?" Emmanuel looked back, his figure almost glowing in the early light. "When you need me, I'll be there, but for now go home. Take care of your mother, and tomorrow, take the first step." Marco watched as the stranger walked down the path and disappeared around the bend. He stood there for a long moment, then looked down at the notebook in his hands. On the last page, in careful handwriting, were the words, "I can do all things through him who strengthens me." Marco took a deep breath, the first real breath he'd taken in months. Then he turned away from the cliff and began walking home. The sun was rising. A new day was beginning. And for the first time in a very long time, Marco felt something he thought he'd lost forever. Hope. Did this story touch your heart? Share it with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe to our channel for more inspiring stories that remind us we're never truly alone. Remember, no matter how dark the night, the sun always rises again. See you in the next story. Until then, stay strong, stay faithful, and know that your story isn't over yet.